Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. I'm MK, and today we're going to be talking about the DC Fandome event and some of the things that are coming up. So right off the bat, there is still a secret panel that's going to be over, going on this event date, and it's really interesting and exciting to see exactly all what's going on, because for the longest time, everything that's happened in the world so far has, pretty much given a lot of perspective, and things are going to be done differently in this particular year. Now, the circumstances with which they are being done differently are not the best circumstances, but I think something is going to change basically right now. So initially, back in the day, maybe like even last year, a lot of games were showcased at E3, and they were showcased through games journalists. They were showcased through different outlets, and they kind of had, this weird gatekeeping mechanism or role to play when developers were, revealing games to their audiences. Now, I want to say that I definitely understand how this can be an important aspect of the whole marketing cycle, because if you think about it, I mean, they spent a whole bunch of money in developing these games, so reaching wider audiences is definitely something that I'm sure will be on their mind. So I don't think they necessarily wanted to do anything that would, not achieve a higher impact regarding audience reach. And so it makes sense for them to be able to give, outlets, this kind of access, and they can write and talk about these things. But now with the way E3 had to disappear and the way everything has changed in our society, I think it's changed the entire pattern, and, video game publishers are going to be doing their own thing to reach their audiences on the platforms that are already available, and we as the audience members can also just at the same time get first dibs, as well as the outlets, to be able to inform other people. I think the job of the outlets have always been to inform people who are not in the know, whereas people who are in the know and anticipating everything, we already are going to be following those events anyways. We're going to be keeping up on platforms like Twitter. We're going to be keeping up on platforms, within social media, YouTube, and all the other places that a lot of these advertising goes on. And so with the Fandome event coming, a lot of things are in the works right now. DC is coming super strong with all of those IPs that do some really serious fan service. And I have to be the first to say it. For the past few, months, DC has been in a rut when it came to their comic books, because of a lot of the different ideologies that the audience had sensed was being, shoved down their throat. And so one of the really important things that I would say when it comes to any form of entertainment is, if you're going to do entertainment, make sure that you're doing fan service. And I think for the longest time, a lot of these places forgot that fan service is a big deal. You don't have to appeal to what's always new and retro. Keep it old school, keep it simple. And I think that's where we are when it comes to the gaming side. If you look at the cinematic side, they're going to be releasing a Batman movie reveal or something. Then the Justice League Snyder Cut is, in my opinion, even bigger than the Batman video games that we're anticipating. I think it's the biggest part of it, to be very honest. I mean, as a channel that's covering, DC games and Batman games and all that stuff, I have to concede that that's definitely going to be the highlight of the show, because fans had been requesting for this, and fans were ridiculed and mocked that this even existed by people who call themselves gatekeepers and insiders. Like, I will leave names unmentioned. I don't want to call anybody's name on my little channel so I don't attract, any negativity, but there were many of them there. If you go around and look at apology videos, or those who got the Justice League wrong, just, search it, you'll see them. And so this is really interesting to see. And then what's even cool, well, I would say the next best thing that's coming for this DC Fandome event is definitely the Batman game announcement that we're anticipating from Warner Brothers Games Montreal. From me anyways, I think that is just as important, if not, in a higher priority for me personally. I know the Justice League is a big deal. Don't get me wrong. I'll be happy to even watch that. But this Batman game is really cool, and the Fandome event is shaping to be something where gamers are going to be expecting something like this. So I don't think this is going to be the last time we see an event like this. In fact, I think this might become the norm for a lot of these companies to be able to, go ahead and reach audiences, create events online events, all-day events, and guess who's going to get all the attention? DC and Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment and their, properties are going to be getting that attention all to themselves. I mean, Uplay did their own version, Ubisoft Forward, Xbox has done some reveals, PlayStation picked their own days, and so I think it's only fair that development teams now start to find ways to do this, and even indie companies can also leverage or latch on to the bigger names that are going out there. So indie companies, example being, small gaming companies that are going to be releasing or publishing on consoles, they can leverage and enjoy that attention as well, because they may not have a big budget, but if they're running maybe console platforms, maybe Xbox, or maybe somebody's doing something, they can definitely be beneficiaries of that. So I'm looking forward to whatever it is that's going to be coming with this DC Fandome. The excitement is real. Everyone is anticipating perhaps tomorrow, Friday the 21st. We're most likely going to see a tease going into it for our Batman game. I'm telling you, if we get a tease, you're going to hear me scream like a girl. Maybe not, but it's going to be really interesting to see, because I've been waiting for this for so long, and hopefully, nothing goes crazy. We get to see and enjoy, whatever it is that's going to be coming. So hopefully I'll be keeping you guys updated. Stay tuned. A lot of the community right now is discussing all of this, and it's quite exciting to see, based on all that, all that good stuff that we've been getting teased by, and, even the rumors and even the, the event that's coming. So that culminates to something big, and I'm super excited about it. But anyways, that's basically it for me. I just wanted to highlight the Justice League game more than, I said Justice League game, yeah, right. The Justice League Snyder Cut as the movie as one of the bigger highlights. And yes, we're getting somewhat of a Justice League game, don't get me wrong, but I think this is definitely something that's going to work out for everybody in the community. So that's it for me. I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you so much for your time and audience. If you want to get more content like this, hit the subscribe button and support the channel. It really goes a long way. All right, that's it for me. Peace out.